Good afternoon. I'm going to take here at the Southwest Road with a quick Amherst haul. So, of course, Amherst, as you might have known, was this weekend, January 25th and the 26th. Because of the weather situation, so the Saturday show, went off with a hitch, without a hitch. A majority of vendors that showed up, some of them did leave Saturday afternoon. Some of them stuck around Sunday, but unfortunately I wasn't there Sunday. Well, I was there Sunday, but I didn't go to the show Sunday because I had to leave earlier because of the train situation with Amtrak. Overall, to me, like I said, Saturday, I think a lot of people was trying to get it in because they knew that either they wasn't going to be there Sunday or they just didn't know what to expect for Sunday. But it was a good show Saturday. I got to meet a lot of people. Mostly old friends, but I met a few new friends this year around also. Like I said, with the haul, I wasn't looking for anything in particular. It was just anything that grabs my attention or something I might have been looking for a while. Actually, I did find 2 items that I was looking for a while, so that's part of the haul. I took Amtrak up. I think Friday morning before I even got on the train, when I woke up, I got alert that my train coming back was canceled, so I had to straighten that out, and that forced me to have to leave early Sunday versus leaving late Sunday. But I mean, it worked out because of the snow situation. So if that train hadn't been canceled, it would have got canceled eventually. So I'm glad I left when I did, and I did make it home. It was a pretty interesting trip. Not even so much with the snow with me. I mean, it's some goofy stuff that happened on the way to the trip, during the trip, and even when I got back off the train and going home, it was interesting. I mean, nothing life-threatening or anything of that nature. Just, them hiccups that I'm like, oh, okay. But I'm not going to be long-winded. Like I said, the show was great. I really enjoyed it. So I'm going to jump into the haul, some of the things that I picked up. And probably by the end of this week, I'll do another video of some of the layouts that I did. And I really want to do an update on a layout. I haven't done a lot, but it is some few things I want to point out on a layout as far as updates. So nevertheless, I'm going to jump up into the haul and we're going to get this over with. So stay tuned. So before I jump into the haul, the stuff that I bought, I'm going to just show you the little items I pick up. I'm going to start back here with, got Atlas catalog. Got another Atlas catalog. Bachman catalog. Now I was told, and I don't even think I went over there to look, but I was told that Walters is no longer going to do their catalogs. Everything is going to be online. I got a brochure for the MRC Next DCC system, which they actually said it was supposed to come out in December or the winter of 2025, but it's now 26, and they saying the end of 26, so we'll see how that go. The Amherst brochure, director's guide. I didn't even open this book at all. I mean, I had it with me, but when they gave it to me, I didn't even bother to open it up, but just carried it around with me the whole day. Got some brochures from Rapido, the U33Cs and the U36Cs. I definitely want the Southern Pacifics. I don't need both. I might just get one. I'm not really sure. It's one of my items that when it comes out, I might and I might not, depending on the attitude or the mood. The other anticipated E44s. Once again, with these, they don't really fit into what I'm doing, but I like them because between these and the GG1s, these are what I grew up seeing as locomotives. I remember seeing these as a kid. I never knew what they were. It was a while before I really found out they was called E44s. The GG1, I did learn about that a little earlier in life. Like I said, I like them because it was a childhood memory, but now I won't be picking one up when they come out. Got some stickers from Martin. Got some Afrin stickers. I got some of these from last year too. And then I got after the 80s years of innovation. I didn't even know Afrins were around that long, but I guess they were. Got another sticker from Chris from Model Train Aficionado. I know I said that wrong. I'm just tongue twisted right now. And then I got one more sticker from My Life's Tracks. The first time I met this gentleman, and of course I forgot his name that quick, but I'm sure if I meet him again and hear his name, it'll probably stick the second time around. But sometimes that's what it is with me. I gotta hear the name or see your face more than once and it'll stick. But that's the miscellaneous stuff. So let's jump to the actual haul itself. And real quick before I get into the haul. So this wasn't a haul. This was actually a gift given to me by a good friend of mine, Dave at DB Tech. He did this with a 3D printer. So it's a spotlight flat car with an LED spotlight. So it runs by battery. So you got the switch here that turns it on. It's pretty bright here. And then this little compartment here stores the batteries that operate it. So I pull out one of them batteries one day and see what type of batteries they are. That way I know what I need when they run low. And they do have the old style hook horns, so I could swap those out. But once again, thanks a lot, Dave. It's a nice gift. Yeah, so real quick, this was my haul. So I picked up 2 pipe loads and this dumpster and a porta potties. One had his door open. I guess that's a show and tell porta potty. But they are from a company called Under Construction Replicas. I took them out of the package because it was hard to see them inside the package. So I took them out so you could see them a little better. Picked up some number 17 chisel blades because I do use these a lot and definitely need them. I had a set and I lost them, but I'm sure I'll find them one of these days under the rubble. Also picked up a motion detector for my flange wheeler. I had one already, but I just wanted another one to give a better effect with the flange wheel when a train is going by it. And I was trying not to buy any trains, but I couldn't resist. So this is an Afrin 57-foot mechanical reefer, number 46018. I don't have this number. He had quite a few numbers. Most of the numbers I saw I already have. But I do know I don't have, I think I might have one of the 460, but it's not this number. Also, I found a CXX in Power Volume 2. I've been looking for this for a while. So this book completes the 5-book collection set for the CSX Power in Color. And also the Conrail Power in Color Volume 1. I've been looking for this one also for a long time. So I completed 2 whole sets. Both of these sets are 5-book sets or 5-book volumes. So I found both of them for the Conrail and CXX. So there's 2 sets out of the way. This here is an Afrin fire truck with lights. So I'm going to shift and go downstairs to the layout because it requires power and I can't show you all that on the table because the plugs won't reach. So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about on the layout. Give me 1 second. So here it is. Fire truck with flashing lights, headlights, has rear marker lights. This thing is cool. This is an Afrin truck, fire truck, but the lights was installed by a company called East Coast Designs or East Coast Electronics, I believe. I might Correct me if I'm wrong, it might be East Coast Design or East Coast Electronics, is one of the two. They had a nice little display with all kinds of fire trucks, ambulance, police cars, trucks with trailers, utility vehicles with all kinds of lights on them. So this was pretty cool. So I got it hooked up to my just plug, because this structure right here is also a Woodland Scenics kit that has, well, not a kit, but it's a ready run building that has lights that works with the just plug system. So I'm gonna probably put this fire truck somewhere within this area. That way I can keep everything somewhat in the same area with this hub. And that's pretty much it with the haul. Like I said, it was a really short haul. I wasn't really looking to pick up trains or a whole bunch of stuff, just whatever got my attention. And this was the main thing that got my attention, that I said, well, I gotta have one goodie from the show. So for now, that's it with the haul. See you next time. I want one and I'm gonna buy that one. Dead serious.